Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my blog at scrapbooking.com.
Hi, this is Dorothy Smith. I'm back again with Close to My Heart, and I am going to make a card challenge today from Atlantic Art Sketch Challenge. So what I decided to do is make a stencil. I got inspired by the Close to My Heart creative group that were playing around with our Everyday Moments Cricut collection. And this is one of the layouts that can be done. It was set up in a scrapbook form, but I took the one element out of it. This is the base element, and sized it down for card size. And so I am just kind of holding it down over a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And I'm using my brush that I got from a Japanese import group called, I think, Daisy or Deus, or I don't know. Anyway, it's something that we have in the local area. And anyway, they have these wonderful, super fine brushes. I tried this with a sponge, and it just came out too spongy looking. And so this little brush is much, much softer. And so I'm just taking the initial blob of ink off of the brush before I go on there. And so since I'm made a stencil, I'm using it as a stencil. And so I'm just creating a background in Smoothie ink for the card, because I just thought this was such a pretty idea that one of the consultants had. And see, if you use it like that, then the ink just comes out so soft and creamy looking. Oh, it's so pretty. So, but I don't mind the little blobs that are on there because that's totally okay. So I'm just kind of holding the stencil in place. And when I cut this, actually this stencil, I cut on my Cricut Maker. It took 30 minutes to cut it. Now, granted, I didn't use the fastest cutting speed on it, but I thought it was such a delicate and detailed thing. I didn't want to put it on fast because I didn't know what would happen. So it took 30 minutes to cut that stencil. And what's cool is I keep notebooks of all of my embossing folders. That's 2 notebooks. And then I have 2 more notebooks that have my thin cuts in them. So I can just flip through them in a loose leaf, a 6x8 loose leaf, or Everyday Life albums, actually. And I also have all the stencils that I've made in those notebooks also. So we have 6x8 pages, pocket pages, that I can slip my stencil into and flip through my stencils. So it works out just beautifully. So I am going by the background at the that they're providing up in that upper left-hand corner with the butterfly. I'm not doing a butterfly, but these papers are our mix-in papers for the March and April catalog. And so the butterfly, the flip side, see, is the ink blots. So I'm just trying to figure out which do I want where. And I kind of decided to do it that way. So really cute papers. And this is also a mix-in, and I'm just going to combine some of these colors, because the color dare next to that big red color blob is a color challenge. So you can combine the card challenges, or that is the Creative Magazine Sketchy Challenge. That's a Facebook page. And I do those every month to make pages for Jim's plane project. So I'll have to use that one for this month. Anyway, I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. You never know. You just kind of play it by ear as you go along. So I'm just kind of putting the strip down. I didn't realize that I was so far off the camera. Doggone it. I hate when I do that. Anyway, you can tell that there's some Smoothie ink on the stencil. And the thing to do is to have the little, excuse me, stamp scrubber. It's not a scrubber, it's a microcloth. And it'll wash that stencil right off. Very, very simple. Or you can even run it under the faucet. So I'm using this pun, which I've used before, and I just think it's so cute. So it has the thin cuts for it. So I took the chameleon, decided I would use the chameleon as my little critter of choice because he's cute. Look how cute he is. And I can color him up whatever color I want. So this is just an adorable pun type card stamp and I mean a stamp set and thin cut. Anyway, they're too cute. And there's a couple of phrases that come with each of the little critters. You can use you color my world. Excuse me. And then on the inside it says you're one in a chameleon. So I thought it was just too cute for words. So and I can color my little sentiment there. It's open letters, so they can be colored too. So I am going to go ahead and use my tri-blend markers and just color my little chameleon any way I want to. Because, it's a chameleon, and you can do that. So there's his little green eyeball. Excuse me. And I'm just coloring him with, various colors. I think that's a citrus yellow that has kind of a green tinge to it. And this is a yellow, but it has a lot of green to it also. So anyway, I have fun with him and just color him up with something to kind of match the Smoothie background of the ink and the papers. He's awfully cute. So as I'm coloring here, I probably should have speeded this up a little bit more. I did speed this video up 200%, so it took me about 25 minutes to do this card. And I speed it up because I move so slow. And my 200% is like somebody doing things normally almost. Anyway, he's so cute. So I'm using both the light and the dark side of the tri-blend marker, and now I'm using the medium one, the middle one, to kind of blend the two colors together. So I tell you what, these markers are so forgiving. I mean, I am not a great color person, but they can blend the colors for you like you know what you're doing. So I really like these tri-blend markers. I liked our shin hands, but now I really like these tri-blends because I love having the three levels of color to work with. So there's my little sentiment that's going to go on the outside, and I'm just going to cut it off and do little flag ends on each side. I cannot believe I'm completely off I don't know what's going on with my iPad, but my iPad was going wonky totally while I was doing this. So anyway, I'm putting him up in the corner just like that butterfly, and I'm going to pop him up. And I really like this idea of using these various pieces. They have one of the Everyday Moments, almost looks like it looks like stained glass is what it looks like. It's got a framing and geometrics, and you can really make it look like stained glass. So It's really a beautiful collection. It'll be in my list below if you're interested in. I'm just adding a little color to the edges. If you're interested in it at all, and it works for on the Cricut. So it probably works for both the Explorer and the Maker. Here we go. So, and then I'm just going to add some little they're called bitty gems, and they're just little tiny clear gems. I was going to use gold, but I think the little clear ones. I was going to use red. Just kind of seeing what's over in my stash there. That's handy. And so then I have to put one on his eyeball because you just have to, right? Ta-da! And then I try coloring it, and I get the color all over the place. You can color the clear markers. I mean the clear sparkles, big ones and small ones. You can color them to match whatever color you're using. So that's kind of fun. You can also do that with the pearls, just FYI. So I will take this time and tell you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and add a little comment or a like even. And this is, I'm going to do the corner of the stencil just to kind of add a little touch to the corner of the envelope. And I'm just putting it on super light. God, I love the way that looks. And then on the stamp set, there's a blob. Just a swoosh kind of a thing. And I am going to use it as a background for your One in a Chameleon. It's not going to work. Then I'd have a big blob in the middle of my second generation. I'm going to do a second generation stamp. So there's the first generation, and there's my second generation. And then I'm going to do the sentiment for the inside in my intense black, so it really sticks out. But it had to be on color. And so I'm going to add the cute little chameleon on the back of my card. He's going to be my Hallmark stamp. Oh my gosh, is he cute? Look at him. He's adorable, and I'm not going to color him. I'm going to leave him just like that. So there's my card. And my happy little chameleon. So there we go. See, and that took me 25 minutes, and I appreciate you watching. There's my dirty stencil that will get cleaned off now. Thanks for watching. Bye now.